Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another episode of Our Last Leg. You got me, Jonny G, and my homie boy,
Nicky G. How you been, my friend?
Oh, I've been great, man. Oh, football has been nothing but full of surprises. Let me tell you now, there is no bigger choke artist in the NFL than the motherfucking Cowboys. If you guys saw that shit, we all felt hopeful. Wow, Cowboys are finally going to get a dub. I know they've been getting, I think they're on a 2-game win streak or something like that, or 1-game win streak. They won
some
the last
bullshit.
one. And they were going to beat the Bengals, and lo and behold, only them can fuck themselves over like that. Micah Parsons, I don't even blame you for being so pissed. You were probably bitching on your pod, but hey, I still don't blame you at all. That team truly does lack discipline.
100%.
I give them that. Any other takeaways that you want to throw in there?
multiple, brother.
I got one too.
So the first one that I want to touch on is going to be the Falcons and the Vikings. That was Kirk Cousins' homecoming game. Did you hear how loud that crowd booed Kirk Cousins when he came on the field?
Nah.
Oh my God, it's already hard to hear an NFL stadium, so you kind of give it one of these to cover up your ear holes so you can hear the play coming through your helmet. Kirk Cousins was like squeezing his helmet. He could not hear shit over the boos. And damn near rightfully fucking so, because Kirk Cousins shit the bed in that game, dude. Yeah. Did absolutely...
3 interceptions?
Terrible. 344 yards.
Crazy.
0 touchdowns. Yeah. 2 interceptions. 1 sack. While your boy Sam fucking Darnold.
God, dude.
That boy went off off of 22 completions. 22 completions. Yep. That's it. Out of 28. 5 touchdowns. He got sacked 4 times still. Still threw for 5 fucking touchdowns. Aaron Jones had 1. Jordan Addison had 3 of them. Yep. Justin Jefferson had dose. Oh my God, it was nasty business.
Great, bro.
Hats off to Sam Darnold, man. Balled the fuck out. Dolphins end up beating Father Time in overtime.
That was a great game.
That was a good game.
Showed their presence that they still got it in them, bro.
I got every single money line right except the Bills game.
Really?
I was
That's
sick,
impressive.
bro. I got the Bengals and the Chiefs right, too.
Oh,
sick,
geez,
bro. And my old man texted me. He's like, I'm telling you right now, you need to make it both ways. The Bills are probably going to lose. And I'm like, there's no fucking way the front-running MVP loses to the Rams?
But the dude had, 3 rushing touchdowns?
3 rushing touchdowns. 3 passing touchdowns.
First NFL quarterback to do it ever.
And set the record in fantasy for the most points ever scored by a quarterback ever. Well, you'll never guess who had to fucking play Josh Allen. This guy. He had like 51.8.
Okay, Jettis had like 36 or 38, something stupid.
Well, no. Just for quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Set the record for fantasy football for 51 points.
That's crazy.
Couldn't believe it. Another thing we got to talk about is going to be hats off to me and John and our entire league, because John and I, once again, are in the playoffs.
Yes,
we are
sir.
that good, you guys. We are that fucking good. Shout out to Pops. You did a great job. He's in the playoffs, my old man. Shout out to Brent. He made it to the playoffs, too. And shout out to Colt, man. You've been on fucking fire with them bets lately. We'd love to have you at a guest spot on this game.
You might see him. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Josh Allen just absolutely popped off. To give that man his fucking flowers. There is, unfortunately, Saquon's not going to win MVP. MVP should just be called the quarterback award.
See, that was the thing, too. Like, Saquon popped, 124 rushing yards, 0 touchdowns. But the dude is just so consistent now. I think it had a little bit of a rocky start, to say the least. I haven't even seen an Eagles game since the Brazil game. But obviously, that game alone was just a joke. It was just too slippery for anyone to play their full potential. But that performance, bro, Eagles are performing like an elite team, Super Bowl contending team. This is the Eagles that needs to stay this way for them to show who the fuck they are and show that they can be competitive.
Most definitely.
Any team in the division.
Most definitely.
In the conference, respectfully.
The other thing is just going to be Saquon. Set the franchise record for most rushing yards in the season. Mm-hmm. Hats off to you, Bubba. Good shit. You got anything else you got to touch on, or do you want to dive into the games?
I think that was the only other takeaway, aside from congratulating us, in a sense. You more.
Oh!
The Chiefs and the Chargers game. You called the Chiefs game. I got the spread right. But we both got the under correct, too.
Oh, we did?
Yep. You got, because they of course, the Chiefs just happen to win every fucking game by one possession, bro. And they won by 2 points.
Oh.
So lucky.
Yes, that was the other thing I wanted to say. The Chiefs have now officially set an NFL record for the most wins consecutively by one score or less. Yep. Yes, sir.
Crazy.
Yes, sir. Absolutely crazy as fuck.
You may not like them, but the bet against are on the spread. Hey, that's a moneymaker right there.
I see people like the new generation saying that they're like, the Chiefs are worse than the Patriots dynasty was. No, it's fucking not. The Patriots dynasty broke souls, dude. The Chiefs, they're like, yes, they're good. It was just the Patriots like having a bullshit team, and they just fucking kept winning.
Yeah.
I'd like if
most of nothing.
Yeah, if you think that the Chiefs dynasty is already worse than the Patriots dynasty was, you didn't watch football in the 2000s 100%. And up.
100%.
You did not at all. The Patriots wreaked havoc, especially in Indiana, bro. It was fucking sick. That is all I've got. One other thing: Jaguars versus Titans, 10-6. What the fuck? Poverty versus poverty.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely embarrassing.
Indeed, it was. Mac Jones. I will say though, he did pretty good. I mean, not high scoring, but statistically wise.
Yeah, 23 for 31, 220 yards.
People didn't even think he was going to get 150 yards. But
Don't worry, you guys. He threw 2 interceptions. Mac Jones doing Mac Jones things.
Exactly. All right, man. Do you want to bring us in?
I will bring us in because the first game is going to be Thursday Night Football. We have got the Rams at the 49ers. 49ers are favored at -2.5. Over-unders is at 48.5. The Rams, they are coming off of one of the most impressive wins of the week, because I don't think anybody had the Rams winning this game. Rams beat the Bills. 44-22. They're sitting at 7-6 and second place in the NFC West. Just one little tag on that game. Not one time was there a turnover in that game. First time ever in NFL history. If you missed that game, I feel bad for you, man. That was absolutely fucking impressive. I had to pull it up on Stream East. But it was amazing. Absolutely amazing. First time that nobody has ever had one turnover in the game. Ever. NFL history. 49ers. 49ers are sitting at 6-7 and dead last in the NFC West. But
depressing.
They did pummel the Bears 38-13 last week.
Is that impressive, though? Is it that impressive?
No, it is not. 49ers went absolutely fucking crazy against the Bears. But like John just said, it's the Bears. So I'm not sure who out there is like, I fucking knew my 49ers were just that fucking good. Like, no, you beat the Bears. Chill the fuck out, man. Old Brock Purdy, man, he threw for 325 yards with only 5 incompletions the entire game.
That's fire.
Very, very impressive. I'm pretty sure that this man is Hispanic. I want to say Guerrendo.
Yeah, I've known. Isaiah or is Isaiah?
Guerrendo.
I've known.
Ooh, I like that with the tongue. Guerrendo.
I heard that was an easy cash though. He did it like in 5 minutes?
Yeah, he popped off. He absolutely popped off. Guerrendo, 15 for 78, 2 tutties.
Damn.
Joanna Jennings, 7 for 90 yards, 2 touchdowns. You guys have no idea where I'm going with this. George Kittle, 6 catches, 151 fucking yards on 6 catches.
Damn. That's 25 yards a catch, or like 20 yards a catch. Yep.
Now, where has this team been all fucking year long? This is the team that I told you guys was going to be making the playoffs. This team,
but
right
they were
here,
relying so much waiting for McCaffrey to come back, and obviously they had Jordan Mason. And Jordan Mason was a stellar dude. We can't deny that.
No, using McCaffrey as an excuse though is bullshit.
Okay,
absolute
fine.
Bullshit.
But they still had Ayuk, and then Ayuk obviously got injured. And then
He's
Debo's
still
just being
injured.
a bitch. Exactly. And then we got Debo being a bitch. But now let's let other people shine, like Jennings. This dude has honestly been good, even the past two seasons that I've been watching the 49ers. And now that I think that Ayuk is gone, he's finally getting his time to shine. And that's what everyone is failing to finally see, because now he's pulling up stats like this. So it sucks to say that because of an injury, now you get to shine. But
Yeah.
that's just what it comes down to. You know what I'm saying?
100%. I mean, like I said, this was the 49ers team that I thought was going to make the playoffs. But watching this team play against the Bears was, when you're out in the desert and you kind of look off into the distance.
We're in Indiana.
Okay. Imagine in a movie when they look off into the distance in a desert and they're like, is that a fucking Burger King out there? Yeah. It's a mirage.
Mirage, yeah.
And that's exactly what this was. It was a fucking mirage. They are a shell of what they used to be. And it's really, really sad because it's very blatantly obvious that I said it at the beginning of the year. Anybody can run behind this offensive line.
Yeah, you said it.
I've said it so many times.
Yeah.
Point proven over and over and over again. And somehow you're only able to shine against the Bears. Exactly. Come on.
Yeah.
So this is a classic. You hear it all the time. It's a Super Bowl hangover for the losing team.
So could we say that the 49ers actually did well in that performance, or only because they played the Bears? Can we see them do something like this again to any other team that's not the Bears?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure. But, I mean, their playoff hopes are gone, so it doesn't matter how hard they fucking try at
I mean,
this
they're
point.
still in the bubble, but, man, they need to fucking go on the biggest win streak and hope that people in their division, the teams in the division, lose. That's the bigger thing.
Exactly. They have to hope that they win every single game for the rest of the year and that the superstar team shit the bed.
Yep.
Which is probably not going to happen. But this is a classic case of the Super Bowl hangover. Super Bowl 58 was not in their favor whatsoever. But at the very least, beating the Bears last week will give them some type of motivation for this game.
And to bring in a comparison, just a quick note, Rams are 7-6, second in the West, right?
Yes.
And we got the 49ers 6-7, fourth in NFC West. It's only a 1-game difference. So if the 49ers win, they're both tied. Isn't it a little interesting? I think they both are truly just fighting their way to get there.
I think the Rams make the playoffs. I don't even think it's a question.
So even what you just said and how well the 49ers just performed last game, you don't think it'll be enough for the Rams? Do you say that because how fucking the Rams were able to beat the Bills? Is that why you say that?
Well, that and then the fact that the Rams already have a way better record than them. And
7-6 and 6-7. That's 1-game difference.
yeah, that's a 1-game difference, but you're so late in the season already that making that adjustment to flip-flop positions is going to be so difficult because they're dead last, which means I'm almost positive they already lost to the Rams this year.
I think they did.
Right there, they're already down, okay? So according to the sports books, the 49ers are the better team in this matchup, which
They lost by 3 points, 27-24.
the 49ers did?
The 49ers did.
Okay. And it doesn't matter where they played because they're both in California.
That is a good
So, I mean,
Good statement.
home field advantage, it doesn't really matter because 49er fans will travel to L.A. from San Fran and then vice versa.
And, I think you're also right. Whether they played the Rams this week or not, the 49ers are fucked. Let me tell you why, real quick. They play the Rams this week. They play the Dolphins next week. After that, they play the motherfucking Lions. And to put the cherry on top, they play against Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. At that point, they probably already given up, and they're probably hoping for a nice little draft pick. And I'm going to tell you that straight out the gate because there's nothing left for them.
I could see the fucking Cardinals beating them.
I agree. I 100% agree with that. Anyway, sorry, that was my piece because I'm slowly.
No, you're good, bro. You're good. Like I said, the sports books, they got the 49ers winning this game.
I know, isn't
They're
it interesting?
favored
By -2.5.
Which it really surprises me.
It's the home court. It's the home court. Home field advantage.
It makes sense until you start talking about the Rams. This fucking Rams team, I've said it. I think we've covered the Rams twice this year, maybe once. But I did say last time that as long as this Rams team is healthy, you have a fucking problem. Fuck the defense. The defense sucks. Absolutely sucks. But this Rams offense is electric when they are firing on all cylinders. Rams had themselves a day absolutely wreaking havoc on the Bills' defense. Bills' defense should be locked up and thrown in fucking jail for the performance Josh Allen put up. 100%. Throw them all in cuffs. Throw them away.
Hey, but also, they were also 1 yard tutties. Come on. Like, it's nothing like, I get the one
Bro,
before
but marching downfield?
That's true.
Every time?
That's true.
Never getting a turnover?
That's true. Yeah, that is the biggest probably factor, honestly. But, like, the touchdowns that he got were 1 yarders. There's no difference than Jalen Hurts getting a tush push.
No.
However,
No.
But the week before,
Big
we saw
difference.
the most crazy
Big fucking
lateral,
difference.
though. But Josh Allen has balls. And that dude he's like Baker Mayfield. He's not scared to take a hit.
Except he's got, 5 inches and 50 pounds on Baker.
We're talking about...
Just that dog aspect.
Yeah.
100%, I agree.
That's fair. I don't know. It's an interesting topic, to say the least, I would say. But Josh Allen, he's clearly a nominee, if not the runner-up, for the fucking MVP.
Oh, he's
award.
favored.
But
He's favored.
I want to know what those odds are, because now, I think at the beginning, hence why everyone to get these MVP props at the beginning were something to talk about and take a whack at. But now that we're a little over halfway with the season, it's a nail biter because everyone's just kind of fighting their way through. We got Saquon and Derrick Henry. They're doing so good as one of the best running backs in the league. And now we got Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen. I think we named one more QB. We literally talked about this last episode, too, as far as the best QBs in the league. But anyway.
Josh Allen favored at minus 450 for MVP. So
Where's Sam Darnold at after that performance? I'm curious.
he is plus 4,000. If you look at the list, he is
4,000?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is in
Can you give me the
sixth
first
place.
3?
He
Allen, obviously. No.
Sam Darnold does not deserve it before.
I agree.
I'm not even going to talk about it yet because the guy that I personally think deserves it
I'm curious.
is going to be in our next write-up. Nope, we're not talking about
I
it.
know who you're about
We're
to
not
say.
talking about it
All right,
yet.
all right, all right.
We're still on the Rams game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So in the Rams, if they start off slow and don't do good on their first drive, they tend to be a little bit sluggish, in my opinion. If this team is able to get in their groove, they'll get flowing, get every aspect of that offense humming. My boy. This offense clicking is almost impossible to stop. It's just a matter of, do they click? Do they keep humming? Do they keep that fucking momentum rolling and rolling and rolling like they do against the Bills? Because if they can do that every game, I'm sorry, but if the Rams can perform every single week like they did against the Bills, they're a top 5 team in the NFL.
Yes,
They're a top 5 team.
Yes, sir. Will we see that performance again, though, is the bigger question.
We'll get to that. Stafford absolutely looked amazing. 7 incompletions, 23 for 30, 320 yards, 2 tutties. Kyron Williams, 29 rushes for 87 yards, 2 tutties. Cooper Kupp, 5 catches for 92 yards and a tutty. And the guy that puts his entire team on his fucking back and constantly overperforms is going to be
Kyron Williams? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention right there.
Puka Nacua.
Oh.
It's
he got 2
Puka.
touchdowns. Oh, yeah, I'm tripping.
It's fucking Puka, man.
It's crazy that a guy like this who was gone for so long, bro, I would have never realized that this dude was ever fucking injured. Like, ever. This dude is performing nonstop. Ever since he came back, touchdown every single game, breaking 60, 70 yards every single game. Man. And Kyron Williams, though, you got to give him his props, though, because he put up 2 touchdowns last game.
When he just played the Bills, 87 yards and 2 tutties.
Amazing. I love that.
He killed it. He absolutely killed it.
I chose Brandon Cooks, my dumbass.
Well, Brandon Cooks plays for the Cowboys.
I'm tripping.
So, back to the Rams game.
You're right.
Puka Nacua, he had himself a fucking day, dude. 12 catches, 14 targets, 162 yards, and a tutty. That second tutty, this motherfucker, 5 rushes for 16 yards and a touchdown. Where did this come from? When did the Rams decide that, hey, Puka's a little speedster can do a sweep route? I fucking love that.
I didn't watch the game, unfortunately. I really wish I would have. They put up, what, like 90 points altogether?
It was 42-44, so that's 86 points.
Crazy.
Those are the football games I love, dude. Fuck the defense. I want to see 79-82 every week.
That's college stats right there.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
For sure. But keep in mind, the Rams already beat the 49ers, like we said, this year, 27-24. And guess who was out that game?
Who?
Puka and Cooper Kupp.
Oh.
Both were out, and the Rams still beat them. The 49ers had everybody besides Debo, and that's including Brandon Ayuk.
That was a 27-24 game?
27-24.
Oh.
And the Rams still beat them. All right?
Hey, it makes sense now.
They ran Kyron Williams down their throat in that game. 24 carries, 89 yards, 2 touchdowns. But the star of the game in that specific game, when they already played, was Jawan Jennings. 11 catches, 175 yards, 3 touchdowns. Do you think that the Rams defense can get cooked again and allow Jawan Jennings to have another big day?
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
I 100% agree. 100%. This Rams defense is going to be the Achilles heel of this team.
And I agree,
unfortunately.
Because the 49ers have a better defense.
Most definitely. They are supposedly stacked on defense.
But they're also the 27th ranked in passing yards. Or, sorry, 24th ranked in passing yards.
No shit.
28th in rushing yards. And 25th in points. So, all that together, though, versus the 49ers, I'm going to just give you these three. Third in the most passing yards. Defense. Rushing yards. 12th. And total points, 22. That's where they obviously don't excel anymore because of the lack of their arsenal. But defense, that's the thing that the Rams struggle with the most.
Most definitely. Completely agree. Well, John just told you. This Rams defense is going to be the problem.
Yep.
And I see this game simply being the Bills and Rams again. It is going to be an offensive shootout. Because to me, the Bills do have a good defense. And the Rams were able to find ways to defeat them.
Yep.
And I think this is going to be a really good game.
Yep.
It's going to come down to which offense can light up the scoreboard more.
Yep.
And it's kind of a toss-up.
It is.
You got anything else on this game before we get to the final touches?
Honestly, I really don't. I really don't. And you kind of blew my mind when you reminded me that Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua weren't even playing against the 49ers, and they were still able to put up that many points without them. Granted, they had Kyron Williams, but still. So the line right now, as I'm looking at it, sits at -2.5, favoring the 49ers at home. Over and under is at 49.5. I think the winning team here, I think you got to give it to me. Give me the underdog. Give me the underdog. I like the Rams to make it. They have something to fight for. 49ers pretty much don't. If anything, they're just trying to build some sort of momentum, but they have that lack right now. In the over and under, though, the under seems a lot more promising. The under hit last game. It failed by 2 points, though. So it's very slim. I don't think we're going to see that again. Could we, now that they got Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp? Maybe. But I'm going to take my under on that one, and I really like the Rams to take them on the ML. I guess if you really want to be cushiony, take the +2.5. Why not?
I've got the Rams at +3.5, just on an alternate. Okay. But straight up on the over-under, give me the over at 48.5.
Okay.
Off of what I'm reading and telling you guys right now, both of these defenses can be cooked. And there's no way that Matthew Stafford can put up 27 points with this offense without Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp and not put up the same amount of points. Same goes for the 49ers. Because that came out to what? 27-24. That's 51 points.
Yeah, I know.
That's over 48.5 already. I see where your mindset is at already, though. I don't blame you.
Wise, you know?
This is 100% a coin flip of a fucking game.
I think it's more of a coin
100%.
flip on who wins or loses, but I guess you're going you got the over, I got the under, and it's funny because I like the under more than I do like to see either team win. But,
Okay.
Yeah, but we'll see.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
I know this one could be a toss, and that's why we chose that game, because it's interesting. This one's really interesting.
It's a total coin toss. Total coin toss. Do you want to bring us into the next game, John?
Yes, sir. For the next game, we got the Battle of Pennsylvania. The Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Right now, it's favoring the Eagles at -5. Even over and under at 42.5. Little interesting. The one thing I do like about this one is both of them are first in their division. That is very interesting. And it's so funny. It's so funny because I was one of the many who just laughed at the Steelers
Here you
when
go,
they
Bubba.
decided, thank you, brother,
Yes,
decided
sir.
to go ahead and get 2 QBs, Russell Wilson and Justin Fields.
Do you remember what you said about this team? Do you remember at the beginning of the year whenever they brought both of them on and we talked about them, about Justin Fields, about how you said how they're going to utilize him?
Yes, sir. And look and behold, the past 2 games, they've slowly started to do that. I said at the beginning it was the most stupidest thing, and then I started really to think. I took the Saints team in comparison with Jason Hill and Derek Carr. I'm like, you know what? If they can find some way to use Russ and Justin on that team where Justin Fields can get a quick first down and use those legs, this team is going to excel. And look at them now. They're first in the fucking division. And especially at the end of the games, that's when you see Justin Fields come in, at least until Russ does something bad. But even then, he's been pretty solid. But I will say, personally, fuck you, Justin Fields, Russell Wilson for fucking me last week. The dude couldn't even get 175 yards. And they still
I
put up
told you,
over
bro.
21. I know you did. The dude said, and we're going to just clear the elephant in the room, Pickens is still out in this game. Maybe
100% he is out.
Yes or no? Do you still, without giving your pick away, do you still think that the Steelers have a chance against the Eagles?
To not give my pick away, do they have a chance?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm going to tell you probably why that is. I don't know if this is what you're going to say. This is just all personal, guys. I'm telling you from my heart and what I'm looking at with this team. They have a very overrated running back with Najee Harris. That's just my personal opinion. Jaylen Warren is fucking pulling this team, if not just as more as Najee Harris. I say that based on what I see. I know we want to look at the numbers and the statistics with different things.
You got to watch the ball game.
You got to watch the ball game and see what the fuck is going on with this team. Just because the record doesn't reflect how good they are. Look at the fucking Cincinnati Bengals. These motherfuckers, Joe Burrow throws 200, 300, 400 yards and they still fucking lose. But this team can excel. They have that offensive fire. That's the thing here. The Steelers, they have that charisma. They have the team. And clearly, they got their gears rolling. They're humming. So, can I see the Philadelphia Eagles excel this game? I haven't seen, like I said it earlier, I haven't seen a Philadelphia Eagles game since the Brazil game and against the Ravens. But Saquon and Jalen Hurts, these two duos right here, man, they carry the whole goddamn team. They really, really do. Oh, sorry, I had to let my heart out.
You're fine.
That
You're A-okay, my friend.
But I want to, one final thing, the running game. Saquon, Najee Harris, Jaylen Warren, Jalen Hurts. I feel like we're going to see a lot more running in this game, more than we will be seeing.
I agree.
Bring it in.
I 100% agree. Just a recap everything from last week. Steelers are sitting at 10-3, coming off of a win against the Browns last week. They beat the Browns 27-14.
They did.
Don't be fooled. That score was really 27-7. They got that extra touchdown at garbage time.
Yeah, that's fair.
Steelers sitting at first place in the AFC North. Then we've got the Red Hot Eagles sitting at 11-2 in first place in the NFC East. Eagles sneak away with the win against the Panthers, barely beating them by less than the score, 22-16. Just a crazy, crazy stat that I saw that I think you'll find interesting as well.
I usually do.
Saquon has been stopped at the 1-yard line 11 times
Yeah, bro.
this season, which is a league high. Okay. 10 of those have turned into Jalen Hurts touchdowns.
Yep.
And 0 have been Saquon touchdowns. I'm sorry. You feed Saquon. Yes, the tush push is nice, but Jalen Hurts does not deserve that stat.
I agree, bro.
And I'm going to tell you why. I'm not sure if it's true. Well, just one more thing before we dive into everything. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but the rumors floating around right now are that Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown are not seeing eye to eye right now whatsoever. I don't blame A.J. Brown one goddamn bit. One fucking bit. This man left the Tennessee Titans. 100% was the best idea. It doesn't matter if you're not getting the fucking ball. The Eagles are better than the Titans. They will be for the next 10 years.
Yep.
But A.J. Brown apparently is not seeing eye to eye with Jalen Hurts right now. And that's understandable because Jalen Hurts has been, I don't know, lackluster, to say the least.
You think so?
What? Well, I'll tell you fucking why right here. And I guarantee you'll see eye to eye with me here in just a minute.
All right.
I had told John a couple weeks ago that I thought the biggest lock, without doing my research, was Derrick Henry Offensive Player of the Year.
Yes, you did.
100%. I've never felt so foolish in my life, my friend. I feel very silly because not once did I double back and look how much Saquon Barkley has done.
Well, that's why when you pull up those MVPs, and I didn't see Derrick Henry in there anymore, I was like, interesting. Saquon's number 3.
Yeah, no.
Or number 2.
Number two.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley is 100%, without a fucking doubt, Offensive Player of the Year. If you disagree with that, I would absolutely love to know who you have in the comments above him. Because, in my opinion, Saquon Barkley should be way closer to Josh Allen for MVP.
I appreciate you for sucking up your pride. And
Oh, yeah,
that.
100%. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Because in the aspect that we're talking about when it comes to MVP is going to be that, Lamar's won back-to-back.
Yep.
Without Derrick Henry, yes, Lamar Jackson is the most valuable player in that franchise.
Yes.
With Derrick Henry there, I'm sorry, but that team, that Ravens team, it's Derrick Henry.
So you feel like Derrick Henry should replace Lamar Jackson on that stat? Sportsbook.
If we're talking Offensive Player of the Year, yes,
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
But Saquon Barkley, 100% Offensive Player of the Year. He has got a fucking great case for MVP. The problem is MVP always goes to fucking quarterbacks, which is absolutely fucking stupid. We'll touch on that on a different time. But I only say Saquon because he is, hands down, the only consistent player on this Eagles team. You don't believe me? Tap in. Take a listen. Got your headphones in?
Yes,
Good.
sir.
Saquon Barkley has had more rushing yards against the Panthers than Jalen Hurts had passing yards.
Really?
Okay. So, with Saquon simply having more rushing yards than Jalen Hurts having passing yards is insane, in my opinion. So, let's go ahead and dive in to the stats of why I am making my case for Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley against the Panthers, 124 rushing yards. Jalen Hurts had 108 passing yards. Absolutely atrocious. A week before that, against the Ravens, Jalen Hurts had 119 yards. Saquon had 119.
Damn.
Saquon had 107. That's just rushing, bro. That's just rushing.
Game? Fuck.
Game before that, they played the Rams. Jalen Hurts, 179 rushing or passing yards. Saquon, 255 rushing yards. Okay? For one man to be able to carry a team like this is very, very impressive. There is not a chance in hell this team is even close to 11-2 without Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, awesome. Jalen Hurts, he shows glimpses of greatness and of what he can be and what his college self was. But we're just not seeing it 100% right now.
Yep.
For them to win the Super Bowl, they need to do, Jalen Hurts needs to do way, way, way more for them to be a Super Bowl, a highly respected Super Bowl contender. Because there's teams right now that you're going to go face that can shut down Saquon. 100%.
Overall, though.
So get Saquon getting 90 yards, 80 yards, to me, that's shutting him down.
That's pretty scary.
Which is scary.
Yeah, that's a whole
But if you can keep Saquon to less than 100 and Jalen Hurts is not even hitting 2, how do you win the football game?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, Jalen Hurts doesn't have an arm. Like, him and Lamar are pretty similar. They both got fucking legs. But
Chill.
It's true. It's true.
I don't want to hear it.
But the dude is sitting with 16 tutties and 5 interceptions. That's pretty good. Russell Wilson, Jalen Hurts.
16 on the season?
Yes, sir. 16 touchdowns.
That's horrendous, bro.
So are you saying that Russell Wilson is worse? Yes or no? Because Russell Wilson has 12 touchdowns with 3 interceptions.
Well, Russell Wilson also missed 5 weeks.
That's also true. I get that part.
It's such a hard comparison to make.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because, so how many touchdowns does Jalen Hurts have?
16.
Okay, Kirk Cousins have 17. So, do you want to compare? We're fucking doing apples to oranges, brother. Like, Kirk Cousins has 17, and they're fucking terrible.
I will say 16 of these touchdowns, I don't know how many of those are just rushing, too. So that's the thing. Because
that also counts.
That goes up just by like 1 yard. I'm not going to give you a credit like, damn, you got fucking 15 touchdowns. 5 of those from a tush push.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. So, just to reiterate, you guys are probably 8-5 without Saquon, and that's being generous, in my opinion.
That's fair. You only take away 3 of their wins.
That's being very generous.
I can agree.
That's taking away 3 stellar games from Saquon that absolutely carried them. So just to reiterate, Saquon should be Offensive Player of the Year without a fucking doubt, and should be much closer to MVP. But we got to move on to the top dog in the AFC North. Mm-hmm. In the AFC North, you've got the bad boy Steelers, which I hate to fucking say it, man.
Yeah, man.
I hate to say it. Same division as my Ravens.
Caught everyone off guard. Everyone.
These Steelers, man, they have shown glimpses of greatness with a lot of inconsistencies as well. Despite the Steelers winning against the Browns, there are flaws. They are a flawed team. I watched the game, and Russ simply cannot find success in the air unless he has a fucking dog elite wide receiver out there, hence George Pickens. And I said it the last time we touched on the Steelers, George Pickens is a fucking dog, dude. The energy that he brings to the field, I'll beat the fuck out of you right now. Like, it feels like there's like a little bit of Antonio Brown left in his helmet. Like,
that's one person to compare, huh?
But no, George Pickens just has that dog in him. Absolutely. But back to Russ, he can't find success in the air unless the number 1 wide receiver is there.
I learned my lesson.
And for an MVP, a Super Bowl champion, to not be able to figure out how to successfully get the ball downfield and not 100% rely on your running back is kind of scary for a Steelers fan. I'm not downplaying what this team has done. You guys are sitting at 10-3. You guys look absolutely amazing, but you got to be able to get a connection down between your slot wide receiver, your tight end. Yes, Pat Fryermuth's a dog as well, but he is not the same out there with Pickens missing. If you watch the game, you know what I mean. Russ really struggled to hit the receivers when they were open. There are multiple other factors in this game that play a huge role in this, but at the end of the day, you got to be able to throw the ball if you want to change the Super Bowl.
That's 100%.
You 100% have to. You cannot rely on Najee Harris and Jaylen Warren to win you games. 150-something yards, that doesn't win you a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Not at all.
Yes, sir. Or no, sir.
The AFC being so fucking loaded right now with just absolute stellar teams. The NFL runs through the AFC, in my opinion. The NFC, you have like, what, 5 super good teams? I mean, you would have the Lions, the Vikings, the Rams, the 49ers. And I mean, that's not even running off their record. That's just them being stellar. And a 5th team, I wouldn't even know who else to throw in there at the moment.
I see Washington, but they're not up there anymore.
Yeah, but the Commanders are going to be hopeful.
Yeah,
very hopeful.
You have hope. So does Geno.
But with the AFC, you know, they're fucking loaded right now. But the Steelers teams, they're doing a lot of things right.
Yeah.
Like covering the spread in 6 straight road games against the NFC. 6 straight road games against the NFC. They have covered the spread. Now, they were able to slow down Derrick Henry drastically whenever the Steelers played the Ravens last time. Now, you know, again, Derrick Henry still got like 70 yards or something like that.
Yep.
That, to me, that is slowing him down. You know, and again, like I just said, if you can get Saquon to keep him less than 100, I don't know how you win this football game if you're the Eagles. They've got the Steelers. They are number 10 in the NFL when it comes to their offense scoring. They're sitting at about 25 points average per game. I think whichever quarterback finally decides to show up is going to win this game. It all comes down to which quarterback. I'll call it right now. Whichever quarterback. I know it sounds stupid, but whichever quarterback has the better stat line will win the football game. You know, so a losing team can still have 400 passing yards, 0 touchdowns, like, you know, the Falcons and the fucking Vikings last week. You know, Kirk Cousins, if you look at the box, it's like, wow, he didn't do bad. No, go rewatch the game. Go rewatch that. You cannot just run off fucking statistics when it comes to judging these games whatsoever. You got to watch the football games, ladies and gentlemen. Jalen Hurts and Russell Wilson both need to have big days if they want to win, as well as keeping their names in talk for Super Bowl contention.
Yes, sir.
It's hard for me to root for the Steelers entirely just because they're in the same division as my Ravens. But I when Russell Wilson was on the Seattle Seahawks, absolutely loved him. I thought he was great. George Pickens, Pat Fryermuth, all of these guys have a competitive spirit. That's exactly what this team needs in this matchup. The Steelers have been playing great ball, but the Eagles have won 9 straight, despite almost losing to the Panthers. I think that them almost losing to the Panthers, it has to be a wake-up call for Jalen Hurts. It has to be. It has to be.
I 100% agree.
Do you got anything else you got to say about this game, brother?
About the game? No. But I'm ready to tell you my pick.
All right, go ahead. What you got, Bubba?
Over and under, I think I easily have to take this one on the over on 42.5. Do I love it? No. I do like it, though. But I really do like. No alternates. No alternates, or do I get one on this?
No, we get alternates on the 2 games that we pick, but not on the speed round.
Then if I get to take an alternate on this one, I would love to take the Steelers on +7. I love that.
Not the half, 7.5.
7.5.
I mean, it's a void bet.
Exactly.
If they win by a tutty.
Yeah, but I want to know how many nickels, pennies I'm losing, on that hat on the hooker, But I like the 7. I'll take it. Hey, if I don't lose nothing, I'm still happy. At least, hopefully, if it's at a 7-point game, it's still hitting the over, and at least I got my entertainment out of it throughout the entirety of the game.
Playing in Philly. I think that is not an easy place to play.
It's definitely not.
So, again, Battle of Pennsylvania. I mean, these are number 1 teams right now, dude. These are great football teams. Give me the Eagles minus 4.5.
I knew he was going this way.
And give me over 42.5.
Okay.
I think both of these defenses are able to get cooked because I think both quarterbacks, if they don't show up, they both know that there's not a fucking chance that either of them can win the Super Bowl.
Agreed. All right, guys. That was the fucking 2 games that we found the most interesting to talk about. You guys know what comes next. We got the speed round. Nicky G, bring us in on the first game, please.
First game, we've got the LA Rams, the 49ers. We already covered that. If you missed it, go ahead and double back and listen to the beginning of the podcast. That was game number 1. Next game, we've got the Washington Commanders at the New Orleans Saints. Washington Commanders are favored at minus 7. Over-under sits at 42.5. Saints are at home. That seems like a really long leg. I don't know if we're missing an injury.
That's what I'm wondering, too.
Or something like that. But, I mean, if the Saints are healthy, if the Saints are completely healthy, I'm not 100% sure. So do your research. But I have to take the Saints at home plus 7. And go ahead and give me over 42.5. John, what you got?
It's actually 43.
43. I give me over 43.
Give me the Saints plus 7 and the over and under. Give me the over on 43.5. Next one, we got the Bengals against the Titans in Tennessee. Line is sitting at minus 4.5, favoring the Bengals. Over and under at 46.5 without thinking. Give me the fucking Bengals at minus 4.5. Over and under. I can see the Bengals putting hella numbers. Give me the over 46.5.
Titans defense has not been bad this year. But after the performance we saw from Jamar Chase and everything that they can do, I have to take the Bengals at minus 4.5. Over under sits at 46.5. Give me the under 46.5. Next game, we have got a good one. Holy shit. Miami Dolphins at the Houston Texans. Houston Texans are favored at minus 2.5. Over under is sitting at 46.5. I think 100% this game goes strictly when it comes to the spread on who has home field advantage. I think if the Dolphins were at home, they'd be favored at minus 1.5. Man, I think the Dolphins are going to play a good football game right here. Jalen Ramsey is not going to be able to lock down Nico Collins. There's zero fucking chance. You think Jalen Ramsey can shut down 6'6" Nico Collins?
Your pick, brother.
Wow. That's
I'll
okay.
Go first if you want.
Give me the Texans minus 2.5 and give me under 46.5.
I second both those. Give me the Texans at minus 2.5 and give me the under 46.5. I agree,
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, that game is going to be
You scare me sometimes.
Kansas City Chiefs against the Cleveland Browns. In Cleveland, favoring the Chiefs at minus 4.5. Over and under 45.5. Bro, they have hit the spread the whole season. Just follow the trend, guys. Don't bet against the Chiefs, please. But just follow the trend. Cleveland Browns, give me a plus Cleveland Browns at plus 4.5. Over and under. Give me the over on this one. Kareem Hunt's playing there, right? Didn't he used to play for the Browns?
That is correct.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
That boy got cut. I'm pretty sure he beat the shit out of somebody. Might have been his wife. But doesn't matter. Give me the Browns. Also, as well, the Browns do good outside of divisional games. Give me the Browns plus 4.5. What'd you take? The over 46.5?
I did.
Give me the under 46.5 on that.
45, sorry. But I still take 45. That's even better, thank God.
I'll take under 45.5. Next game, we've got the Dallas Cowboys at the Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers are favored, ladies and gentlemen, at minus 2.5. Over under sits at 42.5. Boy, oh fucking boy.
Damn.
after the performance they gave last night. And then, but also you got to factor in how well the Panthers did against the fucking Eagles, my guy.
True. That is very true. First half at least, but yeah.
That would be disgusting if the Cowboys lost. Mike McCarthy,
he's endangered him.
Might lose his job.
Yep. If he loses that game, I think I truly can see Mike McCarthy.
I have to take the better roster, and so I got to take the Cowboys plus 2.5. And the over-under, give me over 42.5. I really think the Panthers can put points on the board.
Yeah, I don't know about that over and under, man. So I'll just tell you. And
24-20 beats it.
Yeah, I know, but who knows? But I'll take it, though. But what I do...
Bryce Young's been humming.
I do what I agree with you is the Dallas Cowboys. I think they went outright. I like them on the ML, and I like them on the spread.
It's a good bet.
New York Jets against the Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville. Favoring the New York Jets. I think they're starting to finally find their groove. I hate Aaron Jones. I refuse to touch this game. I will not bet this game no matter what.
Aaron Jones?
I mean, Aaron Rodgers, my fault. Over and under 40. 40. Mac Jones against Aaron Rodgers. The team that sucks versus the quarterback that sucks. Huh.
I would chalk this up to be what everybody would consider the worst game of the week.
I'm just going to go. I'm not betting this, but I will go ahead and take the New York Jets at minus 3.5 and the over and under. Give me over 40.5.
I will tell the. Oh, you said over?
I do say over.
Give me the Jets to cover the spread at minus 3.5, but I like under.
Okay.
Under 40.5.
That one's a coin flip, guys. That one truly is a coin flip.
100%. That's why we both take it both ways. Next game, we have got the Baltimore Ravens at the New York Giants. Baltimore Ravens are Baltimore Ravens. Jesus Christ. Our favorite at minus 14.5.
What?
Baltimore Ravens are favored at minus 14.5.
That's crazy.
Over under sits at 43.5.
Bro, these lines are traps.
Golly, that's crazy as fuck to me.
Oh, man. I want to fall for the trap, but I don't know.
If Drew Lock is playing again, the Ravens have the worst pass defense. I'm sorry. I think they're ranked like 29th right now in pass defense.
Yeah. Yep.
Go ahead and give me the Giants plus 14.5. I'm disgusted. I'm so sorry, everybody. Give me the Giants plus 14.5.
You cannot not take that fucking.
Give me
bet.
under 43.5 in this game.
Yes, sir. Give me plus 14.5 and under 43.5. If you could take it as on a straight bet, I think I might bet this one. Give me New York Giants under 17. That's 2 touchdowns and a field goal. That's nice.
Yeah.
That is nice. I might have to throw that on a parlay. We'll see, though. We got the Indianapolis Colts against the Denver Broncos in Denver, favoring Denver Broncos at minus 3.5. Over and unders at 44.5. I'm going to go ahead and take the Colts at plus 3.5.
Goddamn, Skippy.
Give me the 44.5 Bo Nix. Man, this is going to be interesting.
I tail that exact same bet. The exact same. Next game, we've got the New England Patriots at the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals are favored at minus 5.5 at home. Over under sits at 46.5. Go ahead and give me the Patriots plus 5.5. And give me under 46.5. John, what you got?
I love both of those. I think Drake May can hold it in between 5 points, and I like the under. Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Chargers in L.A. I'm going to go with the Chargers at minus 3 even, and give me the over on 46.5.
I will go ahead and take the Buccaneers plus 3 and give me over 46.5 as well. Next game, Steelers and Eagles. We already covered it. Game of the week, but we cover them too much. Bills at the Lions. Lions favored by minus 1.5. Over under sits at 54.5. I think if the Rams can beat the Bills, that the Lions can beat the Bills. Give me the Lions at minus 1.5 at home and give me over 54.5.
I'm going to take the Lions at minus 1.5 and give me the under 54.5. This one's going to be crazy. And the last one we got for Sunday Night Football is...
we got 3 more.
Oh, you're right. Green Bay Packers and the Seahawks. I'm going to go ahead and take the... We're running out of memory, guys. I'm going for the Seahawks plus 2.5, under 46.5.
Give me the Packers at minus 2.5. Give me under 46.5. Next game, we've got the Chicago Bears at the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota Vikings favored at minus 7. Over under sits at 44.5. Give me the Vikings minus 7 in this divisional matchup And I will take under 44.5, John.
I'm going to take the Bears at plus 7.5 and give me the under 44.5. Last one we got is the Falcons and the Raiders. I'm going to take the Falcons. Kirko Cousins, Kirko Chance, come back, brother. Minus 4.5, over 44.5.
I think Aiden O'Connell comes back this week. Give me the Raiders plus 4.5 and give me under 44.5. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the speed round. We have no time left. I love you guys. Another episode of Our Last Leg.
Nicky G, Jonny G, Our Last Leg. Like, subscribe, YouTube, Spotify, blah, 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 blah. We'll see you guys
Love
in the
you.
next one. Peace.
Boom!